Hey toy collectors, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Today I'm taking a look at the Profit Director Destro from the G.I. Joe Classified series. This is a pretty wild repaint with an interesting history in the G.I. Joe line. The back of his package features the same artwork of the Joe and Cobra characters that was featured on the back of all the Series 1 figures. Here's Profit Director Destro out of the package. He is dressed in a maroon bodysuit that has some leopard print details on it, as well as a few bright red areas, and a gold helmet. This paint scheme has an interesting spot in the G.I. Joe history and has been released multiple times in the series, despite its outlandish look. After the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe had been retired for a little while in the mid-90s, Toys R Us brought back G.I. Joe with a line of repainted versions of older figures. The 93 version of Destro was repainted and released in an all-new paint scheme that had crazy leopard spots on it. This version was available for a very brief time. The design was quickly replaced with a slightly more muted outfit. Some urban legends say there was apparent backlash about the character. Others say that the design was just a joke and wasn't even supposed to be produced that way. But fans have dubbed the elusive and rare 97 release Pimp Daddy Destro. In 2007, reusing the 25th anniversary style Destro body, another Destro in this Pimp Daddy outfit was released. And now in the new 6-inch scale, we have Profit Director Destro as an homage to that Pimp Daddy Destro figure. This release of Destro is the first to acknowledge the Pimp Daddy lineage in any way by giving him the alternate Profit Director name. Like all other iterations of the leopard print wearing Destros, this figure is a repaint. Profit Director Destro features all the articulation you've come to expect from the Classified series, and his joints seem to be pretty good. He has a ball joint with a hinge in it, allowing him to look side to side and up and down. His necklace piece is a separate part that is around his neck. You can remove that if you take his head off. He's got the large collar, leads down to a maroon shirt. He's got a crunch at the torso, as well as a swivel there. He's got a separate little belt piece here. He's got shoulders that move around, up and down. There's actually butterfly joints in there that I'm not sure I actually noticed on the original Destro. He's got a swivel at the bicep. He's got double jointed elbows. He's got wrist rockets molded on there. He's got articulation in the wrist that allow it to swivel around. There do not seem to be any hinges in his wrists. Below the waist, he's got hip joints that move out to the side, forward and backwards. I've never seen the hip do that before. His hip kind of dropped out on me a little bit. It's interesting. The leopard print is very nicely detailed on him. He's got a articulation point at the thigh there, which looks better on the original than on the Pimp Daddy version, or the Profit Director version. It just looks a little strange there, how it breaks it up a little bit. He's got double jointed knees. He has a holster on his one leg here that contains a gold pistol. I like the gold pistol better with this version than the original, released from Classifieds. He's got boot cuts, and then he has ankle articulation as well. So all around a decent level of articulation. In fact, a really nice articulation for a 6-inch figure, but Hasbro's pretty good at that. But luckily this figure has very tight joints, unlike Snake Eyes, who had a lot of complaints from this line. Destro comes with a gold briefcase. It opens up to reveal some money and a little computer inside. I have sort of the same complaints I did with the original one, which shares this mold. It's not really enough painted detail here, and the computer seems so low down. It's just kind of bizarre to me. I'll just be keeping this thing closed up, I think. As additional accessories exclusive to this version, Destro comes with a leopard spotted cape over a red cape. He's got money to burn and a set of shades. The first release of Destro from Classifieds came with a larger laser pistol, not included with this figure, but with the cape, the glasses, the flashy paint scheme, and the money to burn. It really does feel like this guy is a deluxe figure. To me, Profit Director Destro is an easy pass if you are a G.I. Joe purist and you really just want perfect representations of those 80s characters. If you're into oddities at all, how could you pass this guy up? If you're a completist, you're definitely getting this guy. So it's kind of an interesting spot in the line where we have a character that's never been seen this way in a cartoon or a comic, but has been basically a vintage toy at this point, but not from the original line. If you have a chance to go to a con and meet Arthur Burkhart, the voice of Destro in the cartoon show, take advantage of it. He's a really interesting character. But please don't take a Pimp Daddy Destro or Profit Director Destro to get signed. He's very sensitive to the issue and the connotation of that kind of a character, so it makes for sort of an awkward moment. And as a fan base, we shouldn't be antagonizing someone whose performance we cherish. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous toy review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos.